Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's get right back to it. We're here on Open Line on News Channel 5+, where the topic of conversation tonight been in the headlines, been in the news, and we're talking about it right here this evening. The number is on your screen. We want to hear from you. We've already got several calls waiting right now, and it's about the fight over former President James K Polk's final resting place. It continues on the debate of whether relocating this tomb is the right thing to do yet again, or is it the wrong thing to do? It's really a matter of both sides of this argument that we're hearing tonight. So we have Dan Brown joining us this evening. He's doing a great job answering your questions. And Dan, I'm going to let you take it back. We're going to talk to, I believe CW has been waiting the longest online for. Hi, CW. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. What can we help you with tonight?
I think he kind of hit it more to go when he's talking about, you know, there's not more of an honorable place to be buried in the state of Tennessee. And for somebody that worked for the state of Tennessee and for Tennesseans, I think as a seventh generation Tennessean myself.
Good. I'm eighth generation. So we're right in there together.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree that, you know, I don't see no sense in the move. I seen my representative Curcio up there saying, you know, on the at the thing they had there about it, you know, pushing for the movement. I thought, why are they wanting to, why would they do this? This is,
right.
And so, well,
we have questions ourselves, you know, so it worries us and concerns us.
Yeah, thank you, CW, for calling in. Also, just, you know, someone like you just sharing, you know, just your feelings behind this. It doesn't have to be, you know, any question that you have for us tonight. Just sharing your comments and your stories. We appreciate that. Thanks again for calling. Chris for calling as well. I've got Chris here on line 5. Hi, Chris. Thanks for calling in tonight.
Hey, how you doing?
Wonderful. What can we help you with this evening?
Oh, I've been listening to everything Dan Brown's been saying, and I just want to say that I'm sure he's been to the Polk home, but, you know, the gardens at the Polk home are very beautiful place for someone to be buried, as opposed to the side of a hill next to the Strickland Museum, you know, State House. To me, that is very boring where it sits in the grass. I mean, it's a beautiful garden, much like the Polk home in Nashville would have been. All its possessions that are left are in Columbia at the Polk home. There's a museum for James K Polk next to the Polk home. He died. He ate his last meal across the street at his wealthy sister's house, the Walker House, Raleigh Hill. That's where he ate his last meal before he became deathly ill and went back to Nashville and died later. Anyway, so I feel like... Well,
that backyard, I mean, yes, they do have some gardens there now, but the historical use of that backyard was as a service area. Okay, so historically that backyard was utilized for cleaning. You know, they would have had probably a chicken house out there, and possibly, and I say possibly, probably even the privy was out there. So, you know, that was not an area that was designed for that house, or that was historically utilized as any sort of extravagant, you know, place. The grounds, you know, are formal around the Capitol, and formality is simple. It's meant to be, you know, a simple, beautiful garden. The tomb there is an extraordinary tomb. I think the setting is very appropriate, and you know, you don't want to gild the lily. So this is a site that you want to have maintained with restrained formality. It's a cemetery. It's solemn. Cemeteries aren't meant to be, you know, gay, celebratory places. I mean, different people celebrate them in different ways, but this is a solemn place. It's meant to be formal. It's meant to be solemn. It's meant to convey the importance and the prestige and the quiet solitude of the site. So, again, you know, obviously we respect your opinion. At the same time, I think it's very important to understand the importance of the state capitol grounds. You know, there are only the most important people in the history of the state of Tennessee. Statues are there, and then this is the only person that's interred there on the grounds, and it's a president. So, and that's near where he wanted to be interred. That's a few hundred feet from where he wanted to be. He did not want to be and request to be interred there in Columbia. That was never his home in any sense that you and I would think of a home today. He lived there temporarily for a few years after he went to college until he got married, etc. Now, and let me just say something about the Polk home. I do not want to denigrate or in any way say that that's not a wonderful place and that they don't do a wonderful job and that they don't work extremely hard and do a very professional job of promoting and discussing the Polk legacy. So I just want you to make sure that we have no criticism of them as a professional organization. We think from Secretary of Interior standards and from what is appropriate for relocating any tomb, much less the President of the United States, that this does not meet historical standards, the basic professional standards for what's appropriate with historical properties.
You know, great thing about this is a debate. You know, we're happy to hear from both sides tonight.
Right.
Dan, you're doing a great job filtering all these questions. I'm here to just navigate the conversation. I do want to remind you quickly before we head into another break here that we are streaming on News Channel 5 Plus on the Facebook account. So if you want to not call in but type in, I'll be monitoring any questions there as well. We can get to those pretty quickly. Hang tight for those of you who are on the line. We'll get right back after this quick break. Stay with us.